Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is. This is another episode of Major Mondays. And we got a lot of stuff on the roster today. It's my co-host in the building with me. We always do this thing anyway, so this is nothing new to y'all. It shouldn't be. It should be true to y'all. You can go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Yes, it go. That's indeed. It's ETA Row, man, in the building. Y'all know what it is. Major Mondays. Major.
Major baby. Yeah,
Yes,
no question, boy. It's your boy Big Son. Of course, 10 years in the game. Been doing this podcast thing. This is one of our segments on the Nature Sports Network. We call it Major Mondays. We discuss all the major things happening around sports, whether it's NFL, Olympics, to the basketball, um, to just about any sports you can name. So we talk about it here on Major Mondays. You know what I'm saying? So what you got for us? What's the lineup today, bro?
all right, so we're gonna talk the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby. Hey, week one.
Yes.
The season is here. We are here. We have arrived. We have arrived. The season has started. For everybody out there who've been rocking with us the whole off season, from last year, from the year before last, from the year before that, guess what? This is a new day in Washington, supposedly.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Supposedly.
it is. It
So,
feels like it. It feels
so
like it.
hey, it feels
It,
like it. Let's at least
it
let's at
feels
least
like
say
a new day in Washington.
that.
You
They
know?
found a way to make it feel like it, right? They found a way to make it feel
Yes.
like something. So I can't hate on that. At least they found a way to try to make some good out of what could be bad or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? So at least shout out for Adam
Yeah.
Peters and the guys for doing that, man. But it's about the Tampa Bay
Yeah.
Bucks today. Who are we playing this week? The Tampa Bay Bucks. So before we go into our season predictions and all of that, we wanted to at least do the fans some justice and give them a whole week to dive and digest who we will be playing. So we wanted to start it off this major Monday on the Tampa Bay Bucks, man. What you think about the Tampa Bay Bucks? What you got on them? Just off the set. Of course, we haven't went through just for everybody to
Um,
know.
I haven't really went through their mob. I would be interested to know if they still got. They had a wide receiver out there who came the same year that Brady came, and I don't know. I think he might have got traded. But I know they still got Michael Evans. I don't really know too much about their running game. So I mean, just from what I know about them, I know Baker Mayfield is one heck of an athlete. He's a good quarterback. So what I know about him is he's going to make the game interesting. So that's what I can say about the Buccaneers. Mike Evans has been around their facility for some time now. If you guys don't know who Mike Evans is, I promise um, you must be living under a rock if you don't know who he is. He's one of the best wide receivers in the league right now. Probably top 10 in my book in the league right now. So he's definitely a problem to be dealt with. But outside of him, and if they still have the guy that I was talking about who was drafted um, to be a receiver up under the tutelage of Brady, he's pretty good. I like him. They don't have Gronk no more. I would take it. Gronk is retired. Um, but like I say, all I really know about their offense is Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. Now,
Right.
if I started hearing some names, it might refresh me a little bit. But that's all top. Um, that's what I got off top because, like I say, I just know Baker and Mike. Now, if they got some good, they probably have good players on their defense. They usually do. You know what I'm saying? The Buccaneers usually have a good defensive room in somewhat form or fashion. So, in my eyes, that's a dangerous group right there. When it comes to defense, they've always been dangerous on defense in my eyes.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Now, I know from my perspective, you dealing with Todd Bowles. And Todd Bowles is a good coach. Period. You can say what you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, you could however y'all want to do it. The last time we seen Tampa Bay play, that was against the Philadelphia Eagles, another NFC East opponent, and they trounced them in the playoffs. Totally trounced them in the playoffs. So I believe
Yeah,
that
I do remember that game. Yeah,
yeah,
I do remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we called the game. We called the game here on the Nature
Mhm.
Sports Network, and we will be replaying this game throughout the week, just so that we can get another eye and another look on the last time we saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is why we do playoff games for moments like this. So it's good to have that game in the pocket that we ourselves call, so that we can get some good analysis on what we saw out there last time Tampa Bay played again, which was against the Philadelphia Eagles. But they're coached by Todd Bowles. Um, they have been successful, man, with under Todd Bowles. They have a Super Bowl ring under Todd Bowles, even though he was the defensive coordinator. That was Bruce Arians, who was the coach. However, he still was on the roster. Todd Bowles coached Tom Brady for a number of years and coached on the staff that had Tom Brady for a number of years. So he's experienced in big games. It's nothing that's going to shake him. It's nothing he haven't seen before. It's nothing he haven't seen in practice. Todd Bowles is the truth at coach. So I think that they will be well prepared for their first game of the season. And secondly, they are at home. This is a playoff team you are playing who is at home opening day. Them people going to be hyped. No doubt about it. So y'all got to make sure that you're ready. Y'all got to make sure that you're ready to roll with it. You know what I'm saying? And ready to chop it down. Because at the end of the day, one of the main things with this Washington team is, you want to get a good start. We've always started
Yeah.
slow in all our playoff seasons. Nearly, we have really started. Meaning, recently after the Gibbs one era, we've always started slow and had to dig our way out of this hole to get to the playoffs. So that's not going to work. That's not
Yeah.
going to work. We really got to come to the table and try to get a fast start. This would be a good place to do it against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their own building, which is going to be a tough task. Defensively, they got Devin White, Vita Vea. I believe, do they got Antoine Whitfield Jr.? They could have Antoine Whitfield Jr. as well. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna make sure I
I
check that.
believe they had him at one time, so I
Yeah,
think he might still be with them.
yeah. So they have dogs. They have dogs over there. Maybe not Devin White. Sorry, they have. We'll go over their roster, but they got dogs over there. At the end of the day, they still got Baker Mayfield, and like what you said, Mike Evans, the only
Mike Evans.
receiver in NFL history to have his first 10 seasons go for 1,000 yards or better.
Yeah. Man,
So,
yeah. Yeah, guess who's in the classroom of talk last 5 years? Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, yeah,
1,000 yards. He's in the conversation with Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and another. I forgot the other guy he was in conversation with. So, to even be in conversation in that classroom, that's big for Terry. But back to Mike. Oh man, Mike,
yeah.
top 10, top
Dog,
10,
he's big,
top 10.
he's strong, he's ready to roll. He's a dog, man. Mike Evans,
And he's always had good games against us. He's always had good games
always
against us.
got off against
Always.
us, man. Always got off against us. So shout out to Mike Evans, man. I know he's gonna be ready to play, but at the end of the day, it's good competition for us. It's great competition for us. We want the dogs in the beginning. You the dog,
Yeah.
get them in here. And you know what? This is a great test for that secondary who struggled in the preseason. Great test for that secondary who struggled last year against all number one receivers, where you seeing one of the top dogs at number one receiver. You seeing one of the top dogs at number one receiver. So this would be a great test for this team coming out the gate. Because one thing about it is we don't need to wait and get this thing started. We need to make sure that we right on point, ready to roll week one. So this will be a great test, man. Great test for this team against playoff competition. This team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I know themselves feel like they're geared up to make a run. So of course, we got to be geared up to make a run too if we playing against a team that's geared up to make a run. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. Because when you
Yeah,
think about it, a lot of people say this team is not built to run, but this team was 8-8 before it got took over by a new owner.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So don't tell me this team is not built to run because the season before that they went 6-10.
yeah,
It then
yeah,
got a couple more wins and was almost in the playoffs.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it, man.
not
You
not
got
matter of fact, not 6-10. They went 7-9. They went to the playoffs the year before that. That 8, right? Then we go to the playoffs at 7-9.
yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
was that? Yeah,
No, that
yeah,
was no
we
playoffs was
did.
7-9. The playoff season was 7-9.
Yeah, it was 7-9.
Playoff,
Yeah,
so again, shout out to everybody, who out here listening, who rocking with us, because at the end of the day, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming, and we're gonna be right there, live and direct this Sunday at 4:25 p.m. You can catch the show early though. We're gonna start early. We're gonna definitely got a pregame show for you guys, which will start at 11 o'clock Sunday. So make sure that y'all tune into that because we'll really give you an in-depth look on this matchup like we will do today. Today's the preliminary for this in season matchup, this week 1 matchup. It's a 4 o'clock game. So I expect that, that will favor Tampa Bay a little bit, based on the weight, them being at home, that sort of thing. So, just wanted to make sure we get y'all caught up on who the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is, the roster changes, and what we can expect out of them from week 1. What you're seeing on the screen now is a few highlights from their preseason, their first couple preseason games. Try to get a good feel on what they want to do, like to do, and are going to try to do regarding this team in Washington. So shout out to everybody out there listening. Again, this is the Naked Sports Podcast. So we just want to make sure that we give y'all all Redskins when you need it. Maybe not when you want it, because we gotta give it to you we lost too. So you ain't gonna get it always when you want it, but you're gonna
yeah.
get it when you need it. You're gonna get it when you need it, for sure. So let's look at this Tampa Bay roster, right? We're gonna pull this roster up, see what they working with, see who they got on their depth chart, who's expected to play, who's expected to sit it out, and how is that going to impact the game. Uh, you know. So outside of Mike Evans on the Redskins side, what do they need to do to come out with a victory? Off top of your head.
In all honesty, I think that Juice needs to have a not out of this world game, but a great game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to require Juice to dig in a little more than he usually does, and that requires a pick Juice. I know it's the first game of the season, but I think a pick out of St. Juice will make them turn their cheeks the other way, because I
Yeah.
think that he's going to get picked upon a lot in this first game because I think he's going to be the mainstay against Mike Evans. So
Yeah.
a pick from him will turn their cheeks in the other direction.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. I like for me, I think it's Jaden Daniels, man. I'm not sure what you're gonna get out the defense because they've never played before. And not only that, the Redskins defense last year was ranked dead last. No, second. Was it second or dead
Second
last?
to
I think
last. We were second to last.
second to last in defense last year. I'm not sure that can be corrected in one offseason. And that ain't got nothing to do with Quinn. I think Quinn is an eye coach, good defensive coach. However, that's a tough ask. That's
I
a
mean,
tough
I think it
ask.
can be corrected in 1 year. Jack Del Rio did it in 1 year. And I think Quinn and Witt got a little bit more wit with them two guys than Jack Del Rio. So I think it can be done. You know, to especially to Jack's point of view of doing it. Jack did it by himself. You got Quinn and Witt, so they should be able to turn that around.
I agree. They should definitely be able to come up with something. You know, they should definitely be able to come up with something. But I'm still nervous for them because I know that Tampa Bay's strength, at least coming back off of last season, is going to be their offense. And we saw what they did to Philly offense in the preseason. I mean, in the playoffs. So I don't think this team is. I think this team is going to ride the momentum that they had during the playoffs. I think we should only be. It's only right for us to expect something like that. It's only right for us to expect them to fully ride with what they had and the way they came out in the playoffs. That's all you can expect. That's all you can expect. So let's go over this roster, this Tampa Bay roster. Pull this up, hit this Tampa Bay roster straight quick. We ain't gonna have a long extended show for y'all today. However, we are going to make sure we hit on the key points to try to keep you guys abreast on
Yes, it will be.
The factors are for our win, because that's all that matters is that we win. So
That's it. At the end of the day, I don't care how ugly it is. A win is a win.
Yeah, a win is a win for sure. For sure. So let's slide this over a little bit. Try to get y'all.
And for y'all fans out there, this is the first game. Don't be like, oh man, we should have blew them out. Look, this is the first game of the season, bro.
Right.
Take y'all time to take it in a little bit. They got to do the same thing. It's gonna be their first game live action. All the ones, you know what I'm saying? So just like they taking it in, we have to take it into it. I'm saying this to say this to myself. Take it slow. You know what I'm saying? Take it slow because this is a long season. We do got a rookie quarterback and we got a new regime at the helm. Let's walk this one. Let's walk down on a couple opponents first before we get to running down on anything. Let's walk down on a couple. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real. All right, let's hit the rosters right quick. So on the rosters here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you are dealing with Mike Evans at the top of the food chain. Mike Evans, left wide receiver. You got Jalen McMillan, who is a third-round pick. I believe he is a rookie, which he is. And they got Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin was a beast.
Oh, yeah, Godwin. That I told you once I heard the name. He lit us up last year, too.
Yeah, Godwin is a beast. Ain't no doubt about that. Then they got Tristan Wirth, Ben Bredson, Graham Barton, Cody Munch, Luke Goddard.
Cody, that's the guy. I think that's the guy right there, Cody.
Yeah.
He's slap, man. He's slap.
Right guard.
Number 10.
Right guard.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about White. No, Scotty. The wide receiver name was Scotty, right?
Yeah, he's not with them right now. He's not with them anymore.
Oh, that's right. That's what I said. I think he got traded. Okay.
Yeah, he's not with them anymore. Then they have Cade Otton starting at tight end. They lost some tight ends too. Baker Mayfield at quarterback and Rashard White at running back. That's on the offensive side. Those are the starters. On the defensive side, you got Logan Hall, Vita Vea in the middle, Kyle John Cansey on the right defensive end. You have Trayon Shadnick, Joe Trayon Shadnick Shoy Inca. That's the name. Then in the middle linebackers, you got Levante David. He's a staple there. You got KJ Britt. KJ Britt is a good pickup for them. You got Yaya Diaby, Zion McCullum, Jordan Whitehead, Antoine Whitfield Jr. is who I was thinking about. So that's Antoine Whitfield Jr. I think I said his name too. And Jamal Dean. Jamal Dean is really good as well. Tight, and then they ended off on the nose back with Tyke Smith. What you got
I
on the roster
mean,
after seeing it, Big Son?
after seeing it, I'm that makes me a little bit more comfortable. Like Godwin is a dog. Don't ever get me wrong in stating that Godwin is a dog. But I'm not scared of their running backs per se
Rashawn
against
White is good.
against
Rashawn White a kid.
he good, but he's the only one. You
Right,
feel me?
right,
He's the
right.
only one that we have to worry about.
That's
You
true.
know, so with Wagner, Louvu, and Jameis running around back there, and then you got Farrell, Armstrong, Fowler, and Newton that could possibly be on that outside, and Newton might be plugged on them. I'm not really worried about White. Like I say, and hearing what I heard on the roster, it just takes me back to what I said at first. Juice is going to have a heck of a game because they're going to put because Godwin is much faster than Evans. They're going to put Forbes on Godwin. Okay, so Juice, you're going to have to go to work. This means you have to go to work now. Like you want to strap up, bring your lunch pail, get you a big Stanley cup with some lemon and some water up in there, and get ready to work because that's what's going down over there. So I'm not. So after hearing that, I'm not as much concerned about taking down the running back. I'm more concerned about Mike Evans still after seeing what they have. Hold on, you're on mute.
Now I'm concerned about that too. I'm concerned about that
Oh,
too.
hold on, let me go out and come back in one right quick.
All right. Yeah, I'm concerned about that too. Definitely concerned about Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a dog. Period. He's a dog. So I'm definitely concerned about that. And because we struggled against number one receivers last year, I definitely think that, Mike Evans is something to reckon with. Mike Evans is something to reckon with. You know, definitely feel like Mike Evans is something to reckon with. So Big Son was right with that. He was right on point with that. And after seeing that roster, I'm gonna tell you a couple things stood out to me. After seeing their roster, Jalen McMillan, I'm interested to see how we match up with him. I'm interested to see how our offensive line, especially the ends, generate pressure against this against this offensive line. Sorry, the defensive line generates pressure against this offensive line. This offensive line is really good. Really good. I'm interested to see what the defensive line can bring to the table in regards to this game.
Okay, that's about a concern. I mean, offensive line, if you have a good offensive line, it makes it hard for the defense to create pressure, and pressure creates sacks, and sacks, if you don't get the sack, sometimes you get the interception.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a great point as well.
Yeah.
That's a valid point as well.
Yeah, I like Rashad White. So I think that it's a good test for the defense there on the running tip. On the defensive tip, I think that the front four of Tampa Bay seems to be weak outside of Vita Vea. You got Logan Hall, you got Vita Vea, you got Kyle Jaw, and then you got the Soika Inca Joe Soinka Treyon. Yeah, that's his name. So their defensive line seems to be a little weak. So we should be able to take advantage of their defensive line. Because it's not even a real defensive line, So that's the first thing. The linebackers seem great though. Levante David, KJ Britt, Diaby Yaya, and Soinka. Treyon Soinka is actually a linebacker. Left outside. So their linebackers seem to be weak. So we should be able to take advantage of that as well. Their best group in the secondary, from my perspective, would be from my perspective, would be in the secondary would be Antoine Whitfield Jr. is a dog, but it's not including him. But the cornerbacks you could take advantage. Zion McCullum, who Jamel Dean. Okay, I see Jamel Dean, but even then, you should be able to put in a substantial amount of work against this offense, in my opinion. I mean, against this defense, in my opinion. No real household names or nothing like that. You know?
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
Yeah.
That sounds good for our running backs because if your linebackers is not that good, that means that the Eckler and Robinson should have a field day.
Yep. Yep.
If if what we're reading is true.
I expect Ryan Robinson to have one of his best seasons of his career.
I'm gonna tell you who I expect to have one of the best seasons of their career. Terry McLaurin.
Hopefully, yeah.
I think Terry is going to finally crack that 1,500-yard season we've been looking for him to get. I think he's going to crack it this year.
That's because I believe Cliff Kingsbury can scheme him open too.
That too. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know here scheme is everything. Just about everything.
Yeah. Definitely get that. Definitely get that. So when you look at Tampa Bay's preseason games, we'll pull them up next, just to catch up on what they did in the preseason and how they look. Let's see what we got on the Tampa Bay Bucs. Their first preseason. Hold on.
Did you find the interview? Yeah, check it out.
All right, so their preseason for the Tampa Bay Bucs, they won against the Dolphins. They lost against the Jaguars, and they came back and won against the Bengals. So they actually started the preseason off pretty good. You know, definitely started it off pretty good, and you cannot sleep on them. They was 2-1 in the preseason. What you got on their preseason so far? What grade you get?
I mean, so they didn't. You say they didn't beat the Jaguars?
No.
And what team did they beat again?
No, they did. No, they didn't beat the Jaguars. They beat the Dolphins and they beat the Bucs.
They beat the Dolphins and they beat the Bucs. Okay. Hold on, no, you said they beat the Dolphins and who else? Because this is the Bucs we talking about.
Sorry, they beat the Dolphins and the Bengals.
And the Bengals.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say is we played the Dolphins. Okay. Outside of their first string, if you know what you're doing, you can beat them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the guard is changing with the Bengals right now. I think they need more than just Chase, a running game, and Barrow.
Yeah.
You need a defense. You need another running back. You need another wide receiver.
Yeah.
Go with that. So I'm not going to say that it was kind of sweet for them, but it was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins was the only team we beat all preseason.
Yeah. No, New England Patriots.
I mean, yeah. New England Patriots, but we put a close fight up with the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? It was a very close game at the end of the day, and it didn't have to be, but we made it that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think the grade I would give them probably would be on the cuffs of a C plus.
Yeah. I'm gonna give them a B plus. Because I feel like you went 2-1, and even the game that you lost by so they lost by 13. Yeah, they lost by 13 in that game. They didn't score in the second half. That's the only game that I really felt like they dropped a dud. And as y'all can see the game right here. Kyle Trask is the one the only person who played quarterback in that game. They had Mac Jones, the Jaguars. So that's just an unfair advantage. So that's why I ended up giving them a C plus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
why.
that's a fair grade. That's a fair grade.
Yeah. So that's why I ended up giving them a C plus. So that's one thing about the Tampa Bay Bucks that I feel like we got to make sure that we're on top of, that we rolling with, because at the end of the day, this team has played well in the preseason. That's more than what I can say for us. This team played well in the preseason.
We've laid some duds here late in the preseason.
Yeah. So I mean, again, that's not. Sometimes it's an indication of the regular season. Other times it's not. So we got to make sure that we are careful with that we look at that. But because the regular season is here, season is here.
Yeah, there's no more playtime. Playtime is over.
Yeah. It's totally over. So I can't hate on that, man, at all. Can't hate on the Bucks. I'm glad that they're coming into, that we're going down there, that we face them this week, because I do think it's worthy competition, especially after seeing them in the preseason. If we don't bring out hard hats, we're gonna get blown out, bro.
I mean, I think that's what's going to be necessary if you really want to change the guard, like we talking about here. If y'all really want to change the guard, changing the guard is going to take some changing of the actions as well.
Yeah.
You don't just change the guard just because you're saying, "Oh, I'm changing." No, you have to do some things different.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go out there and execute. You have to go out there and leave it all on the field.
Yep.
Bring nothing off of the field.
Yep.
Because I think I know. I'm going to stop saying I think. I know in recent years, you guys left a lot to be desired on that field.
Yeah.
I've covered this team for we've been covering them for 10 years, but I've been a fan all my life.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see the glaring mistakes that we made in the past, and I see where we can easily slip right back down to that pathway.
Yeah.
If you're going to change the guard, change the guard. Sometimes changing the guard means you got to change that flag too. Might be the same flag up there, but that flag ain't no more good.
Mm-mm.
You need a more presentable flag.
Yes.
So put a flag up there that's more presentable, clean, crisp. Look like it just came fresh up out the pack. Not some wilted, ripped up, and you got it hanging up there like it's certified. No. Put some respectable on the field.
Yeah.
Change that guard the right way. Because when I used to change guard, when I was in the military, and we brought that flag down, if it was any imperfections in that flag, guess what? A new flag is coming up.
Yeah.
So that's the same way y'all got to carry.
Yeah.
Y'all want to change the guard? Let's do it right.
Yes, indeed. What are your predictions for Jaden Daniels in this game?
Ooh, like I told you, I think Jaden gonna have a monstrous game.
So it's gonna be out. You got it on both ends,
huh?
You got both quarterbacks playing well.
Yeah, like I said, I already know what Baker Mayfield is gonna do.
Oh yeah,
you know, I already know what he's gonna do.
He coming to boogie.
He's coming to boogie. So. Yeah. The person that I know and the person that I've seen in this preseason show up to that field on Sunday, he's going to give it to Baker. Mm-hmm. But Baker is the one who's going to bring it out of him. You know what I'm saying? Baker is going to see Baker in action like, oh, that's what a quarterback look like in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Let me get on his level.
I agree.
Let me get up there, because right now I'm just on Jaden Daniels' level.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the level of a quarterback. He's not only went to another team and put in work to get in the playoffs. He done it with the Browns. You know what I'm saying? So he's done it with multiple teams. He's not afraid of anything. I can't name something that the boy afraid of. You know what I'm saying? So with that pedigree right there, you're gonna go a long way right there already. So I'm just anxious to
You got him
see.
over 250, over under. He got him over 250 or under.
Oh yeah, I got both of them. I got both of them slinging that thing.
You got both of them over
I
250?
got both of them slinging it. It ain't gonna be no. It ain't gonna be no 300 fest. It might be like a 265, 270. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no. Ain't gonna be no big joint. But I think it's going. I think it's gonna be big. It's gonna be. It
Okay.
ain't gonna be humongous. I think it's gonna be big though. I think it's
Okay.
gonna be a shootout.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna say this. I got him under 250 because I think his legs are going to be let me rephrase this. Out of what I've seen in the preseason, I got him over 250.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I got
A
both.
full game. That's what I'm basing it off. Because a couple drives, he went like 70 yards on one drive.
Right.
On a first, you know what I'm saying? So that's still in the first quarter. So that's what I'm really basing it off. Like knowing what he's been able to do in the preseason, he's going to probably double or triple that in a regular season game.
Yes, I got that
You
happening.
know? So that's what I'm really basing it off. Seeing how good he was with the ball, and you got to think about his timing. Like it was a play. I think that might have been. Was that Miami? I think it might have been Miami. And we were like second and long or third and long. And he threw a comeback route to McLaurin. But I'm talking about when McLaurin stepped his foot to stop the turnaround, the ball was coming out.
Yeah.
And that's why McLaurin got the ball and was able to take the ball up the field for some more yards. Matter of fact, it was a third down because he ended up getting the first down and more. I
Yeah.
think it was, yeah. So making plays like that, having a high football IQ, I think it's just going to land you in better situations. Not no knock against Sam Howell, but just better situations than Sam Howell had in our backfield.
I
I
agree.
think it's just going to grant him the fact that his IQ is higher, his knowledge is on another level. I think it's just going to land him in better football positions and better not position scenarios
Right.
than Sam Howell had. You know,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, I agree with Stock. I mean, I agree because at the end of the day, Jaden Daniels and the rest of the Redskin bunch gotta understand that regardless of what the hype has been, now you have to get on the field. And other teams heard that hype too.
Yeah, they did.
Uh,
and
Ain't
and
nobody
and
coming here. I don't think we're going to surprise anybody.
no, I don't think so neither. I think people know what we're capable of.
Right.
It's just actually doing it.
Right.
You know, that's like, your parents always say, I know you can do it. I see what I know you got it in you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about actually doing it now. We know that the team that they put together is a valid team that can go out there and get you more than 4 wins. We know that at least. So the hard work has been done.
Right.
And trying to put you guys together and all that.
Right. That's the key.
This can be easy.
Right.
But what you want to know what makes work easy? When you put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
When you put the work in, work comes a lot easier to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not struggling. It's not like it's your first day on the job. I'll give you an example. I just started working this pizza job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My first couple nights closing, I was slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had people waiting on me and all. Now, I got them. I'm waiting on them to get up out the building. You know what I'm saying? Because I put the work in. I'm not gonna sit around and play around when I'm giving instructions on how to do something. And if I do it this way, I get these results. I'm not gonna play around with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the work that needs to be done so I can get these results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
That's what we all got to do, and that's what this team is faced with now. It's been a lot of hype. That's why I've been saying all season. Fans, shut up. Y'all heard me. I've been saying, I said, I don't like the talk. I don't like the hype. I don't like the fear, trying to fear monger other teams.
No.
Teams that this, oh, we are good, we're this, we have this. We don't stop talking. Stop talking. Let them do it. Because now, today, it's 5 to 7 days away from the start of the season, and these guys gotta get it in. All that talk,
it's no way you don't get it in.
right?
All that talking.
All that talk is about to hit the field.
I mean, all that volume, all that about to speak. It better speak volumes on the field.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
All that talk,
all that
doing.
Talking about Forbes looking good in practice. He better look good on that field.
Yeah. So all that extra stuff y'all been doing, it better look good on the field. Y'all been doing too much. Because if it don't look good on the field, guess what? Rowe gonna come in here next Monday for Major Mondays and say, it's y'all fault. Y'all MFers been out there talking trash. You got a target on our back. We couldn't even creep up on these people. One thing about the RG3 season, and this season reminds me a lot of the RG3 season based on the schedule, though. It's not just about whatever. It's because we play a lot of the same teams that we played in that 2012 season. Believe it or not.
And the schedule was harder in the beginning of the season.
Right. So this reminds me of that 2012 season, right? But the only good thing about the 2012 season is there was no hype. There was absolutely no hype when RG3 got here. Not before the season started. There was the hype. The hype was at zero. That's why a lot of Redskin fans went crazy once we seen what he could do. You know, for whatever reason, those Redskin fans in 2012 kept it quiet, kept it clean. Ain't say nothing.
Well, you know what? I think they were scared in a sense of like, if we get too loud, will we get shut up? You know what I'm saying? And then when the season came, we had a couple good games. We started talking and then we started losing. I think that's what really kept us quiet. But that 7-game winning streak after that Minnesota game,
it's nothing.
After that Minnesota game when he broke that jump down the sideline and we started winning, it was on and popping after that.
Right. And for me, the Dallas game on Thanksgiving. And the crazy
oh my goodness, bro.
I'm gonna talk about that game. Crazy thing about that, me and my mother was together watching that game together. Just me and her. I got a lot of sisters and brothers. I got 4 other sisters and brothers. For everybody else, you know, out there watching might not know. But it was just me and moms that day. And I came over there not knowing what to expect that day on Thanksgiving. I didn't know what to expect. And so once the Aldrich Robinson touchdown happened, I say, oh, it's on and popping. And that was one of the best Thanksgiving in my history of Thanksgivings. No,
man, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to agree with you as an adult. Man, y'all don't, man, my family members around. How many Cowboy fans? I mean, I shouldn't have this many Cowboy members in my family, but I do. And this particular game, recipes to may God rest her soul. My cousin Nita, I used to always call her my aunt because she was so much older than me. But Aunt Benita, we was at Aunt Benita's house out in Bowie, and I mean I think the room might have been split half and half. But the Cowboys, you know, was talking they trash before the game. Yeah, boy, can't wait to play y'all, boy. Y'all gonna be sweet. We gonna get RG3 and I'm talking about from that first touchdown, they was quiet.
Oh, we lit them up.
Even when they was scoring, they just knew like we're not gonna win this game.
Yeah, even moms knew. My mom was like, "This is over." Even moms knew. She was like, I think this one is over."
I mean, Alfred Morris had a good game.
RG3 had a good game. Galson had I mean, that was just a good game, period. Like,
No
that
doubt.
man, that
No
thing
doubt.
go down. I can remember the seat I was sitting in. I can remember the TV I was looking at. All of that.
I no doubt, man. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
That game was really that was a big game for us. That was
Man, that
really
was one for the ages. That was definitely one for the ages. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If
We brought
y'all,
it up for the fans listening. We brought it up just for just to say for the fans to understand. It wasn't a lot of hype. It wasn't a lot of hype around that team. That team got hyped up as we begin to roll through people, as it's supposed to be. That's when the team got hyped up. When we went on that run, like you said, the Minnesota game where RG3 broke the big play. We went on a run there. We went on a run. The Philly game, the first or the second Philly game, whichever one you want to take.
yeah.
Went on a run there. Cousins was actually started the second.
Uh-huh.
So went on a run there. RG3 got hurt against Baltimore. We beat Baltimore on the Cousins touchdown at the end of the game.
Uh-huh.
And in the corner after RG3 got hurt, was taken off the field. We still ended up beating the ball. So we were winning. And so the hype came from the winning, not just the hype coming from the hype.
Yeah, it was different. I agree.
And so that's out of everything that's happening this offseason. I think that has been probably, for me at least, the most detrimental, because now you're going to have a target on your back, period. And it came from the fans. Even though let's be clear about this. Adam Peters didn't do any favors. He didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say, they kind of declared we're going to be good. Regardless of what the league do, we're going to be good. And that's the league is too talented to do that.
Yeah, now I'm gonna say something. Man, see, when you start talking like that, I start believing what you're saying.
Right.
Okay. I start believing what you're saying. And do you have fans that are like Big Son, who is very passionate about this team? So when you start telling me this team, we gonna win. If we don't win, bro, you don't know how I'm gonna rag. I'm gonna be at the stadium on game day. I'm gonna have the microphone out. When I pop up live here on the show, they go, "Where you at, Big Son?" I'm at the stadium questioning people. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the fans riled up. You hearing boo, all that.
Right.
You're not gonna like it. Don't tell us that we're gonna be good and we suck. We've been dealing with that for too long around here. Emotions are running too high.
Bruh, if we lose, if we competitive and we lose, okay, I can live with that. But if we get blowed out, mopped up, no foul, if that's what happened, it's no way that I'm not gonna come on here and drag the fans, Adam Peters, and everybody responsible for this hype.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was unwarranted. We did not earn any of that. So what? You tanked and got the number 2 pick. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the hype coming?
They know hard work and tanking.
Thank you.
You just go out there and be horrible.
Yeah, y'all
don't
act
do your job.
Right. Yeah, act like y'all won for the number 2 pick. Oh, yeah, we won. We won a bunch of games. That's what I think the number 1 and number 2 pick for me. Forget this spread it around the league. The best team with the best record gets the number 1 pick. You earned it. That's how I think it should go.
Mm-hmm.
Not the worst team, because now you have tanking situations. So I think the best team should get the number 1 pick and beat the best team, and that's how you snatch the pick from them. If you can't beat them, don't worry about who they picking. They get special privileges because they won.
I mean,
that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
The only reason why that wouldn't work is because the best team would keep on winning.
And not necessarily.
That's why they do it like that, because you got to think about it. If the worst team keep getting the bad players, the end of end of the stick, they're not really going to catch up.
Guess what? The worst team going to have to trade and do something to get that pickup off. Because one thing we know about the best team, they don't need a quarterback. And you can get the player you want later on in the draft. Quarterbacks are normally bunched up in the middle. So the teams who want quarterbacks are always willing to sell a farm.
I mean, yeah, but why should they? That's why they got the league like that, because they wanted to be interesting. They don't want one team to always had an upper hand.
Hey, I think that the team that
Yeah,
won,
but see, it's still working though.
it
The
is.
formula is working because even though Chiefs are the biggest deal in the NFL to me right now. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of them having the 32nd pick, they still rising up to the ranks. And these other teams, the lower teams, still can't seem to get it right. I mean, you got some of them that's taking an extra step, i.e., Texans, Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? Teams like them, Browns. Some teams are taking the correct steps to be better.
Yeah.
You know, Jaguars been in the playoffs the last 2 years, I believe, or they almost made it last year, something like that. But you know, Jags coming up the ranks. Texans actually had a chance to go last year. And I think Texans gonna go this year. You know, they got a wide receiver down there by the name of Tank Dale. Not Bell, Tank Dale. If y'all don't know who Tank Dale is, he's 5'8". He was a recruit that, you know, nobody thought to look at, thought he would ever get no time or nothing like that. But the boy is an absolute monster.
Yeah.
And he's going to be one of the catalysts for them going back to the playoffs, staying healthy. You know, so that's just my sentiments of what they. I know we went off a little bit on a rant. We also do that. When we do that, we bring knowledge to a situation anyway. So, but yeah, that's my take on the whole situation with them. I just think if you're going to open your mouth that wide, please be able to back it up. Please.
Hey, please be able to back it up.
Please don't let nobody be able to shut you up in one little swoop.
Because y'all making all of us look stupid. You making all of us look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
At that point.
Yeah.
You are making all of us look stupid. And all of us ain't doing the talking. And some of us is telling y'all to shut up and let them play the game.
Yeah. At the end of the day. Mm-hmm.
So it's bad we all wrapped up in this now. This forced, we have to play great. And normally when we have to play great, we play like trash.
Exactly. Normally when we see a good team, we play up to their standard. You know, if we don't beat them, we give them some real good goal. People are like, oh man, they all right.
Yeah.
And then next week, that team that didn't play last week shows up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I just don't. That's my thing with it. Yeah, if y'all gonna open y'all mouth up, and just be willing to take the consequences that come behind it. If we don't do well, I don't want to. Oh man, we were supposed. Nah, bro, y'all should have shut up.
And I'm gonna keep it real. Don't go disappearing, Adam Peters. You've been doing press conferences the whole preseason. You've been all of you. I've been doing press conferences the whole preseason, especially Adam Peters. Especially Adam Peters.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go disappear now if we lose. I want to see you front and center the same way, explaining what the hell happened out there.
Yep.
And why whatever you pitched to us didn't work. Because you pitched.
That's gonna be the main question. Why didn't I receive that pitch you just told us?
Yeah. Then if we win, I still want to see you. Because I want to see you say, hey, I told you, fools.
Yeah.
I told y'all this is what we was going, and then now you can wrap it up, you can chop it down a little bit. I don't mind hearing you talk a lot of trash. It's still early in the season, but a little bit. If you won, you come out first game, get your win. Ain't nothing wrong with standing there saying, "Yay, Slim! Yay, Slim! I got my win."
As you should.
You know,
I mean, that's like if you play somebody basketball 1-on-1. They talking trash the whole game. You so trash. You so good. All in your grill, and you drop that game winners.
Yep.
You have every right to give all of that right back to them.
Yep, you sure do.
Okay. So all y'all that was screaming at the beginning of the season, we're gonna be good, we're gonna do this. If we're not good, keep that same energy.
That's it. That's it. And all you Adam Peters, all of y'all, if we lose, I want to see the same energy.
The same exact energy. Because guess what? I'm gonna give you that. I'm
Hey,
gonna
they
give
don't
you the same
understand.
energy,
They don't understand.
whether we win, lose, or draw. It's gonna be passionate. That's what y'all don't understand. It's going to be passionate.
Yes. Yes.
Very prudent what I do when I'm talking about this sports stuff. So please take note. Because me and Ro been doing this for a long time, including Point Leo. I mean Leo Vito. So don't ever get it twisted like some guys that talk. No, we talking about what we know about. A lot of times what we say actually comes true in the game.
Yes, it do.
You know what I'm saying? So
we got a show coming up, man. Y'all make sure y'all watch all the specials here on the next podcast, because we got some where how did that age? That is the show. How did that age? That is the special that's coming up on the next podcast about previous predictions and how they came out and played out. So,
speaking of how they played out, do the Buccaneers still have Vita Vea, or he went to another team?
Vita Vea is with them.
Lord,
yeah.
Now Vita Vea. If y'all watch this show, y'all know I wanted Vita Vea, and I think we end up getting Payne.
Yeah,
I think we got Payne, but I wanted Vita Vea so bad.
Yeah,
Vita Vea is still in the league, wreaking havoc as a starter.
I definitely scouted him that year.
You know what I'm saying?
The Payne year.
Yeah.
I scouted him that year. He was very high on my scout sheet as well.
I think, matter of fact, I think the Buccaneers grabbed him before we got to Payne. Got to get the Payne. I think he went before Payne.
Okay.
I think he went what?
I think like 7 or 8.
Yeah. Somewhere around between 6 and 8. I remember that's where he went.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, Vita Vea. Now, if you want to talk about, if we want to have a conversation, that's a valid conversation to have right there. That dog that they have in the middle of their line.
I agree.
He can get through double teams. He can manhandle a one-on-one situation like it ain't nothing. So it's gonna be him and Biedes is gonna be an interesting battle.
Yeah.
They're gonna be an interesting battle, especially I don't know if he posted a Pro Bowl career, a Pro Bowl year yet in his career or not, but Biedes has posted 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm definitely excited about seeing that. I think the line has played well this all preseason. So that the line is actually, as crazy as that sound, one of the least of my concerns. It's the secondary is the most of my concern, though. To be honest, the secondary is
I'm with you on that one. The secondary has to be my number one concern going into the season.
Yeah.
If I have any concern at all, my most glaring problem would be with the secondary.
Yeah.
Just because, not saying the Quan Martins, the Jeremy Chins, the Dark Force. My concern is going to be the ongoing progression of St. Juice and the second year progression of Forbes.
Right.
That's going to determine a lot. We don't really know what Davis is capable of. We haven't really seen Davis do too much. I'm not concerned about Samstrill. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not concerned about him as much.
Right.
Okay. But then again, Samstrill has not played a season to make me be concerned about him. I haven't seen him as a pro. So I'll be very light in walking in that direction. So that's why I have such a concern with the secondary, because those are the top 4 guys. I think they kept Owens, but Owens is a safety. I didn't really see Owens. I seen Owens get a little bit of work down in the box during the preseason, but he's mostly a safety. I don't know if we kept Castro Fields, and I think we probably got rid of Castro Fields. I don't think we kept him.
Yeah, I think
So
he's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
so yeah, so you're dealing with Juice, Forbes, Davis, Sam Strill, and possibly one other guy. And that one other guy I can't really name off the top of my head because I just can't. I know those guys all top of the core of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my concern. You can't look at you can't even look at one of them and say, oh look, all right, I know he's going for sure, he's going to be okay. We can say Sam Strill is going to be okay, but how do
Right.
we absolutely know that? That's why I can't even speak on him. I can only speak on the guys that have been in the league. I don't know too much about Mike Davis, and if he was so good, why did he get sent our way anyway?
That's
You know what
another.
I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a
That's
lot
what
of
I'm
players
thinking.
who people willingly didn't want.
Yeah. So that is just a concern of mine. Like St. Juice, you did good the year before last. Then this past season, it's like you kind of turn back around. So like turn back around and go back in the other direction. You know that was good for you. So even though you were the second best, in the cornerback room, it's still not what we should be seeing. You were a third round pick, I believe.
Absolutely.
You were a third round pick. So if I'm going to put onus on players like Cameron Curl, who was a 6th round pick and still did what he was supposed to do, I'm definitely going to put onus on you, my man.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All
So
right.
we only an hour show this tonight because again, we got a whole film session coming up on Wednesday. We definitely got Point B and Vito gonna be here on Wednesday, I would assume. So we ain't gonna do too much. So what we're gonna do is again, we let y'all know who the whole roster, who we playing. Y'all saw it here. We let y'all know what time it is. We let y'all know what our roster was last week when we went over when we loaded the cuts. And so we got a couple more things coming up for y'all. We don't want to give you too much early though, because we want y'all to come back and rock with us on Wednesday and then come back and rock with us for the pregame show. Tomorrow, actually, we do have a score the fight. We do have a score to fight in the morning. Tomorrow we have somebody's fighting from Japan tomorrow.
Fury and Usyk, I think.
Huh?
Is that Usyk?
No, that's not Usyk. It's I forgot his name. But we do have a score to fight tomorrow. It's off the morning though. It's off the morning. So for everybody out there who listening, who rocking in, who doing what they gotta do, who rocking with us, that's gonna be an morning joint. But we still gonna get it done. Y'all know how we do. We still gonna get it done. We still gonna make sure it's sharp. We still gonna make sure it's on point. But it is an morning fight. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It ain't gonna be early, So yeah, we do got that going on. Friday, then we'll be back Wednesday. So there's 3 days in a row. We'll be back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Friday, we'll be back with everyday parlay. Will be every day. So we definitely gonna run through all the everyday parlays. We are 24 hours now. So that's another side of the game that we wanted to make sure that y'all hip to. But we're moving to final thoughts. Big Son, what you got on final thoughts?
My final thoughts is the Buccaneers are a beatable team. We have to go in there and change the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Quite simple. Go in there, change the guard, make sure everything is crisp, execute, and come home with the win. It's just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
If you make it slightly anyway more complicated than that, the way I just put it, you're coming home with a loss.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You're coming home with a loss. Just know that. If you don't go in there and do things like I said and keep it simple, do not try to do too much.
Absolutely.
Just kiss it. That's it. That's my final thought.
Okay. So mine is y'all have talked a lot this offseason, right? And maybe put a little bit unnecessary pressure on this quarterbacking staff. Now, again, I don't know if the quarterbacking staff might have contributed to that. However, we contributed as fans. And I'm not going to say all of us, because some of us, again, was saying, shut up, y'all. This ain't what you want. So we have effectively, whoever is responsible for the condition, it's still the condition.
Mm-hmm.
So we had effectively the whole Washington area, for all the Redskin players out there, y'all better understand the whole DC area, whether you are a Redskin fan or not, will be all eyes on you guys come 425.
Yeah.
You will get all the eyes in this
That's
area.
not
All of them. Everybody will be talking about you guys come 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30 for the Sunday nighter. Y'all are still going to be the number one story in Washington, D.C. come Monday morning. You will be on the front of the Washington Post.
Mm-hmm. Win, lose, or draw.
Well, win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw.
So it's up to y'all what get written. It's up to y'all what the headline is. It's up to y'all who they call out as well. Because they're going to do some calling out. I'm going to just let y'all know. Remember that Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon come from the Washington Post. Both of them. So y'all can imagine how strenuous the sports thing is here. And both of them covered the Redskins too, as well, especially Kornheiser. So y'all can sit here and act like and ignore and act like this is just another game. No, this is not just another game. It's not just another game. At all. You are either starting something good or starting something bad.
Yep.
No getting around it.
Yeah.
So let's at least keep us all in a celebratory mood. Because guess what? The new Redskins, if you don't know this either. This ain't Seattle, Bobby Wagner. If the Redskins lose, the whole city is in a funk. This ain't Dallas, Biades, and all that. If the Redskins lose, the whole city is in a funk.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't Kansas City. Obviously, you know this. Wiley, Allegretti. If the Redskins lose, the city is in a funk.
Mm-hmm. That go for you too, Eckler.
Eckler. This
Mr.
ain't
San Diego, man.
I mean, they're LA now. This ain't that.
Yeah.
So y'all can see him play that game and act like, yeah, this just a loss. This is just sports. I still got $1 million. Yeah, you ain't gonna have it for long around here like that.
Cleveland, Cleveland Furl.
Yeah,
Whatever.
You know,
This ain't Las Vegas, baby.
yeah, this ain't Vegas, baby. This
Ain't Vegas,
baby.
Ain't no going to go party and all that. Yeah. You go party around here after you lost.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's liable to be a problem.
Yeah, man. Not let them youngest catch up with you.
Yeah, I'm about to say it ain't with us. I'm just saying there's other passionate people in the city who be out moving if they see you.
Yeah, all that.
I'm just saying.
Hey, and they ain't even know I'm keeping it real with you. You see this DC on my head? Yeah, we keeping it real. You see this G right here? Yeah, we keeping it real. We vets. We vets. We vets, baby.
We don't talk about nothing we don't know about.
Yeah.
We from here.
Hey,
from here. We really from here.
You know, I ain't trying to tell you nothing wrong.
We really from here.
Come show up for the city, baby. You got to come show up. Show up, or show out, or go home. That's it. Show up, show out, or go home.
That's how we come. That's how we come.
Show up, show out, or don't come at all, man.
Hey.
Go ahead to call Quinn. You know, before Wednesday, say, look, man, I need another man to take my spot. I ain't ready for this. Go ahead, call Quinn. He gonna respect you for it as a man. He gonna say, yeah, that man kept it real. You know, I ain't even play him on my team no more. But I respect him the fact that he kept it real. If you're not ready for this, don't step out on the field at all. Save your time, save your breath, save your money, save your effort, because we don't even want it if it ain't top notch. And that's my final thought. I'm ETA Rowe. Y'all know what this is. Score the Fight coming up tomorrow morning early, straight from Japan, baby. Straight from Japan. Make sure you get it in. Make sure you still rock with us. You know, I know it's late, so most of the people rocking with us late might not rock with us in the morning, might catch it on the replay, might catch it on the channel, on the station, on YouTube, on Facebook. You might catch it anywhere, but just catch it. That's all we say.
Any way you can. Get with that nature, man.
You know what it is. So at the end of the day, just to recap the schedule. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Score the Fight. Wednesday, workhorse Wednesday.
Workhorse.
You know, Thursday, we off. Friday, we come back with Friday we off too, I believe. Thursday, what am I talking? Thursday, everyday parlay. Friday, everyday parlay. Saturday, college football, of course, for all of y'all who rock with the college football. Sunday morning, 11 o'clock. Make sure y'all rock with us for the pregame, man. We're going to be going over so much. And that's the reason why we cut this one here short tonight, because we want to save some of it for Wednesday, man. Y'all understand. Y'all do not understand. We want to save some of
it. Hey, y'all stay tuned. We don't know yet for sure, but y'all stay tuned. We might be bringing y'all the first game of the season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Thursday. I forgot about that.
We might be bringing y'all the first game of the season.
We might.
How we do. We have been on everything from Olympics to politics, so don't play with us when it comes to this podcast. We do this.
Does this. So we might be on all week, every day of the week.
Might be on all week. And y'all got no choice.
Yeah. Week 1, baby. Welcome to the NFL 2024-2025 season, ladies and gentlemen. You are rocking with the Nature Sports Podcast. You can only rock with the best when you're rocking with us.
Sir.
You're only rocking with the best when you're rocking with us.
Top 10 quality is 10 years.
10 years.
Sports analyzing in the game.
Yes,
indeed. Network. Nobody over us, nobody under us. We are all together here on this journey. Yes, sir.
They don't know what they doing, man. They don't know what they getting themselves into. They don't know what they getting themselves into, baby. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they getting themselves into.
Like one of our fans like to say, the best sports podcast panel there is in the game.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Shout out to Deshaun. I don't know where you at, bro, but you one of the realest fans we got. You always keep it real.
Shout out to Deshaun. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Deshaun, man. You know, again, we ain't gonna hold y'all up. I know it's late. We want y'all to get up early for that Score the Fight in the morning. So we want y'all to get right for the Score the Fight. Get right for the Score the Fight. Anything else? You got anything else to add, Big Son?
Oh no, I ain't got nothing else to add. Y'all just be safe out there if y'all traveling, get home safe, you know what I'm saying? And just enjoy life. That's it. Enjoy life.
We will see y'all tomorrow again, 7 o'clock a.m. When y'all see that live pop up, that's Score the Fight, baby. See y'all tomorrow.